Welcome. We are live. Oh, and we're really crooked. Can you straighten that one out?
Yeah.
Hello. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dory. Go up a little bit. There you go. And straight. Oh, straight side to side.
Oops.
Oh boy. Hopefully you won't go for a ride. This way. Wrong way. Can you see the phone is crooked?
Yes.
Okay, a little bit more. There. Sorry. Okay. Holy cow. Today we are live. I am Dory, and I decided to go into my Prairie Scraps business page on Facebook. And I'm live on YouTube as well. So I appreciate you joining me. And I've got my helper, Bethany. We'll see what we have to do today. I'm actually coming to you. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the different ways that you can be involved in Chalk Couture. And I'm going to do a project really quick. Actually, a pretty inexpensive project. So Chalk Couture is a great DIY company for making home decor, high-end home decor. And I'm so excited to be involved with them. I love crafting, and I found them 3 years ago at least, 3, maybe 4 years ago. And I used it to really up the ante in my craft fair projects. And I've kind of done it here and there. I love to chalk anything or ink anything. So that's how I got involved. And then I kind of let it rest during COVID because, nobody was buying. So anyway, that's how I got involved in Chalk Couture. So one of the ways you can be involved is for $99. You can be a designer and you get well over $200 worth of things for that to really get you started. And I've done that twice. Like I said, I took a rest during COVID and then I came back in April because I wanted to I knew that I was going to be laid up for the summer months and I knew that I would be antsy and I wanted to get back to doing YouTube videos. So I'm back as a designer. So I'd love for you to check out my website. It's www.chalkcouture.com/ and it's Dory, Dori. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. And so the first way you can be involved is by being a designer. The second way is you can just order from the website, whatever you would like. And if you need suggestions, please message me. I would be more than happy to help you try to figure out a project to do or whatever suits you. And then the other way that you can get involved as well as is our club tour. And this is the envelope that comes in the mail. Every month they send out a craft kit in the mail for only $19.99. And this is this is the best part. You get this as a designer. You also get it if you sign up for Club Couture. It costs $19.99. You get free shipping. It comes with a transfer every single month that's exclusive. This is July's. And this is pretty exciting. It says, "Life is a bowl of cherries. Make it sweet." It's so cute. It's got little cherries on it. And so this is what we're going to use today. The other thing you get along with that when you're in the club is you get 3 single-size pastes that go with it that are coordinating. So I think this month it was a color of red and then 2 different colors of blue, like a light blue and a dark blue that went with it. And I've seen lots of people do it, but the only bad thing about being a designer is you only get the transfer. You don't get the singles every month, but hey, you also get a website for that cost. So it all pans out. And as a designer, you get great deals on all of your regular stuff. So anyway, as you can see, I've got lots of chalks. We've kind of gotten them out and we're getting the old ones going again. So if you watch my video on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page is Prairie Scraps Chalking. I've also got a business page called Prairie Scraps where I kind of umbrella everything that I do. This is a silk transfer that is reusable. So they say anywhere from 7 to 12 times. I usually get 12 to 15 uses out of it. And so we're going to start off by just getting this kind of fuzzed up. This is our fuzz cloth. And we're going to fuzz this particular transfer up so it doesn't stick to our project too much. If it sticks too hard to your project, it can peel some of the silk off of there, and that's a disaster. So anyway, one of my really old transfers, I actually had peel up and I had fuzzed it and everything. You can also fuzz on a regular towel, or a lot of times what I would do is just stick it to my shirt and do it that way. So like I said, this is all washable and reusable. And today we're actually I got this at the Dollar Tree for only $1. It does have some stars. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can pry those off at some point. But I did paint the other side so I can use this for a sign. Obviously this isn't going to be, I'm not going to be using this side, so I didn't really care what I did for messiness. I used the white Waverly chalk paint that you can get at Walmart. You could also use our chalk paste from Chalk Couture if you wanted to, but because I knew I'd need several coats, I actually did 3 coats on here to cover the back side of it. Took the sticker off. The stickers at Dollar Tree, I was kind of picking at it because sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't. This time it did not, but I love the fact that this was already in the shape of a tag. And then I also used that Waverly wax, clear wax, and waxed it really quick because I don't want it to, my transfer to stick to that. So this is already pre-painted and waxed for us. It was $1. And all I'm going to do is put down my transfer where I want it. And I think I'm going to put it near the bottom side of this. And the reason for that is that I want to be able to put a bow up there. So this is what it looks like when you put it on and you want to get all the bubbles out. But if I put a bow up here, I don't want it to cover the rest of the transfer. So I'm putting it as low as I possibly can here. And without going off. And we want to center it. And then you just get it down kind of. I did all kinds of shopping at Dollar Tree yesterday. It was my first time going to the store by myself. Well, I guess I went to the grocery store, but that's no fun. That doesn't count. My first shopping trip. I had some things I had to get. Of course, been looking for something to do this on. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I knew I wanted to do this project. So there it is. It's on there, and I think, let's see. What colors is a good question. I'm going to be using our Creamy Dreamy Sage paste. You can see that. Pretty color. And then also I'm going to be using the Candy Apple Red. This is my old one and it has been kind of watered down because it got solid. And then, I was going to use our Black Velvet, which is also creamy. It's got a purple lid because during COVID, they ran out of lids, and so they did with what they could get. So purple it is, kind of a special exclusive. So a lot of people were excited to get it. All right, so I think, what should I start with, huh?
Cherries.
Cherries, but I do want to pull, so maybe I'll start with the black.
Okay.
So you could put as much as you want on here, and you just put it back into the jar. I wonder what you do with those little splashes. Do you think they're black? I guess so.
If you wanted, you could put a different color and put blue.
I know, but I already did one splash in black.
Where?
Everything right there in the middle.
Oh.
I think I'm just going to do this middle black. The black on the white. So anyway, it's really hot here, and we are in fire season. We have lots of fires all over. We're surrounded, lots of smoke, lots of fire crews. I'm very thankful. So far, it hasn't been around us. They've been staying away from our town. There have been some evacuations, but that I'm aware of, we haven't had any structure yet, to my knowledge, but there's a lot, and there's a lot actually unattended. So anyway, fire season here. I think if you watch the news and see the fires and stuff, it tends to be what you hear about in the news is more California than us here in Idaho. It's kind of interesting. we'll be like on more fire than anybody else, and you never hear about it in the national news. So, but here in Idaho, we are on fire. It's very dry. We haven't had enough rain this year, and it is. It is. It's going to be a long summer. It's hot, and it kind of creates its own little weather, doesn't it? The fire, yeah. Sometimes it'll get cool or whatever. It's hard to see, smoky outside. Suddenly, though, masks are a good thing outside anyway. Nobody likes to wear masks here. All right, I'm just going to pull this and then gently, because I don't want this to get dried up while I'm working on the cherries. So I'm just going to pull it up real gently, just so that it's not sticking. Ooh, and I can see I leaked through already. Okay, so we're going to try to put this back down here by these cherries so that we don't leak there. I did wax this board, and the reason for that is one, it's a lot easier to get it off. Got some black on my finger, I guess. Oops. It's easier to get it off the board if you make a mistake, and especially with this black. Oops. Sticking. Okay, trying to get this down and get it without any bubbles in it. All right, we'll see what we can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to use my small one, a tool for the green. My more green, dark green is still kind of de-thawing from being dried out. I think the cool thing is that it can be reconstituted with just water. These are water soluble. Getting flecks of black, I can see that. Interesting. All right, we'll see how it goes. This may not be my favorite transfer. More because it's user, I guess that's the point, is that it'll look good no matter what I do, even if you think you made a mistake. I tend to be a perfectionist, so I like lines to be filled in a certain way, and it's hard for me to have it not like smear or whatever. It is water soluble, so you can totally fix it like with water by washing it, or if you wait till it dries, that's the best way to get it fixed. All right, I'm just gonna get that a little more evened out. Got the green down on the leaves. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, anything is fixable with chalk. It totally will get fixed easily. That is our sage color. And then the black velvet, I kind of surprisingly, I didn't have any black velvet paste. I had black velvet in ink from before. Okay, so now we're going to do red. Going to do another small one. This, like I said, this has got a weird consistency because it totally dried. But actually, it's not too bad. It looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hard part. Ooh.
There's a hand.
Piece of air. That's not cool. Yuck. This may be a little bit of a mess. We'll see. I'm going to decide on letting that dry, that part that kind of got gooped up there. From the hair. Okay, like I said, we'll see how this turns out.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. And you know what? Nothing is ever wrong, right? You can always fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish maybe, it is easier not to have separate pieces for the cherries, but I like to have the different layers. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about this. We'll see. I got little freckles. Okay. We'll take it from this side. You kind of want to pull from the center so it doesn't stretch it.
Ooh.
Not too bad. Ooh, we want to get some there though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out a little bit. There we go. Ooh, much better. That fixed it actually. I could always go back and go over it if I needed to. That one got too dry.
What, the leaf?
Yep. So I'm gonna fix it. Oops, that's wrong green. Not good.
That would have been bad.
Like I said, if your chalks get a little too dry, you can always add a little bit of water to it. And that fixes it. I think that was the only leaf, right? Still is not going through. Dig in here a little bit. Nope, it's just not going to go. I might have to relay that one. But actually, it doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. The only thing I can see are these little splashes are kind of smudgy. So there it is. Look how easy that was. Like I said, I put it down further so I could put the bow up here and hang it with a bow on it. So kind of cute. It's not like, I would prefer not to have the green and red running together on these. And of course this leaf is kind of light, so I can either go back and lay it on there and redo the green if I want. And then over here, I can scrape that off or use a little Q-tip or Swisser to get that off later. I have found that if you wait for it to dry, it scratches off almost with your nail or with one of our tools. You can scratch it right off. It's very easily fixable. So that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That is the Chocolate Tour. You sign up. When you sign up for that, you can sign up right on my website. And it costs $19.99 a month. No shipping or anything. This comes in the mail to you every month. This is July. If you sign up now, you'll get this. Plus, you will actually get a brand new catalog in the mail as well. Isn't that the cutest thing? I'm actually pretty excited, even though it's not the most perfect thing I've ever made, right? Even with those little smudges, I think it looks really good. All right, and then the other thing I was going to do was a bow for it. So we'll set that aside and let's see if I can do a bow. I'm pondering a bow.
I think about.
I didn't really, I guess I would have like Christmas red. I have lots of Christmas ribbon. I need to replenish ribbon. Shh, don't tell Dad.
What does that mean?
I have lots of Christmas ribbon, but I don't have any. This is my Make a Bow Like a Pro. It's the Pro Bow the Hand. I invested in this because for 3 years we've been making bows for wreaths
CWF?
for 4-H. Yes. And every year we've had to make at least, I think, 35 wreath bows, the big ones, every Christmas. And it's tedious and it's a lot of work. And so after the first year of doing them all creatively by hand, I invested in this. So you don't necessarily have to. You could just tie a bow at the top, but
These are nicer.
it's nicer. And like I said, I don't have any red. I'm going to use 2 colors. And I just wanted to show you how I make my bows. A little extra. It's kind of cheating. It feels like cheating anyway. You put one here, it's on BF, and then I like to go out here. You put the pegs anywhere, put any size. There's all kinds of different fancy schmancy things you can do with this. And let's see. And then we have the 2 over here, 2 different colors. 2 to 3 inches works the best. Let's see. And wired absolutely works the best. Okay, so where'd my scissors go? I've got some wire. I use florist wire that's, I don't know what gauge, 26 gauge, and I usually get about the length of the board. And I did do a YouTube of just making a bow. So if you wanted to watch that, I measure off just the end here. I want this to get all wrecked. Geez, maybe I should have looked for some red. I don't know where my Christmas stuff is. I think it's out there. So I just twist this on like a twisty tie, and then this kind of goes through the center, and then one end of this wire goes, I'm gonna put this one down, around this middle peg that I put in here by the BF. I don't even know what that stands for. And then there's a little nail here in the front. I just wind that around a couple times, and then get this, just so it'll stay in place, the wire. And you want it, the reason you want this is to go like this is you want it to like be able to do it one-handed basically, because you're kind of holding everything in place. And of course my wires kind of came undone. Okay. So the first one goes around the center, and you just want to be careful not to, it's not going to cooperate right now. This first middle bow, it's just going to be middle bow actually. And you don't want anything to get turned until you get back here by the BF. And so what I do is I just kind of grab it, turn it a quarter of a turn so that the, my burlap in this case is going to be on the outside. And I may have actually kind of messed this up. I usually start with the other side first. I usually go on the left side first and I started on the right. So the one thing you want to do is make sure that your ribbon is getting face up. This is all Dollar Tree ribbon. Like I said, I couldn't find any red. They're not in red yet. I was hoping maybe they'd have some cherries or something like that. I did, however, find some camper ribbon. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And then the other exciting thing I found was so each time I bring it back to the middle, I make a turn and then just wrap both ribbons straight around the middle, and then I just turn it and kind of pinch them together so that I'll have them all stuck in the middle here. And then I just keep going around each of the pegs until I get to the outside pegs. But anyway, the other thing that I was really excited, I was standing in the towel and kitchen area in Dollar Tree. We have a Dollar Tree Family Dollar in town. And
It's very weird.
it is very weird because we started out as a Family Dollar and they added Dollar Tree, so it's kind of a new thing to us. And anyway, it's very exciting for those of us who like to craft because they have great craft things at the Dollar Tree, but not at Family Dollar. Okay, so anyway, I went through and I just got the sign as well as this. So really this is costing me, besides my club transfer, it's costing me $3 to make for the ribbon and for the sign.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to take this top one off, and I put my finger down there and make sure I get it all, because sometimes I've left that one in there. And then I take the bottom one and wrap it around, and just like a twisty tie it tight, pull this tight a couple of times. I found you don't want to go too many times. And then this is when I finally cut off the ends. And I usually right away go ahead and cut my little V in there so that I have the ribbon like that, because then I don't have to worry about it. And then it just takes a little bit of fussing to get your bow how you want it. And I go back in right away and get the other side too, just because it's easier when it's tied down. And there we go. And then you just take out this one BF part in the middle, and then it slides right off. So this is what it looks like when it comes off the bow hand. Yep, sometimes I get those. And then I just kind of hold from this center part, and then what you want to do is separate them out. So I kind of just play around till I decide, okay, that looks like that's where it's going to be in the middle. Like I said, this is kind of a pink plaid here, so I'm not as excited, but I wanted a little bit of color in this bow, so then you just kind of alternate. So if that one goes up, this one goes down, and then I go in kind of like a V, There's another board that you attach this to and really work on it. This one that's sticking straight up, that one's going to be the center. And so you just round that out. Oh, is that the center? Maybe. Maybe not. This one's the center. Okay, I should have started with the center. So the center, you just round that out in the middle and then just kind of make that middle right there. And then I'm going to go, so I have the long one going this way, short one. So I'm just trying to make, and with the wire, it makes it nice and easy to bend it however you want it. And it'll pretty much keep its shape, even though it's Dollar Tree ribbon. I think I don't have a problem using it. The only thing with the Dollar Tree ribbon is I do find it's not as big of rolls. Like if you go to the craft fair or stores, they will be a little bit better quality. And as you can see, I'm just trying to go like every other one so that, oops, opposite. But, so there you go. It's that easy to make a nice full bow. And obviously I'll just keep working on it and getting it to look exactly right. But to give you an idea, then I would wire this right onto this to make a wall hanging. And then I would probably take just a little piece of jute through the hole as well. I'm just going to tie this on the back and I'll snip it. But then I'll probably work with those the legs of the bow a little bit so they're not blocking at all. And because they have wire, they're going to stay there nicely. But isn't that the cutest thing? I just made that. Under a half an hour, if I had used it, you could buy a bow if you wanted and make that. If you're not this, or just tie it like you would your shoelace. That's also just as good for a bow. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Dory with Prairie Scraps. Please feel free to like this and do all that kind of fun stuff and share this with your friends. And like I said, this is the Club Couture. For $20, you get this transfer. And now I was thinking about making a t-shirt, but with the ink, I thought that would be cute. And I also, what I was saying at Dollar Tree, what I found was tea towels. They had white tea towels. I was so excited. And I thought this one would be really cute on the tea towels. So yeah, we'll be looking towards maybe doing that in the future. So thanks for joining me. Have a great evening. And we will see you soon for another live.